Hold on. All right, so it's delayed. Here we go. We are live. I guess I gotta wait till some people come in, or if I start talking. All right, so we live on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. All right. I think my thing is lagging. All right, bet. So I'm about to start. So, all right. So, what's up, everybody? This is Jared, and the reason I'm live today is because I want to give some details on the course that I'm about to release on Monday, January 13th. The name of the course is investing. Well, not investing. The name of the course is making money in the stock market as a beginner. And a little bit about me, I started trading about 2018. I got introduced to the market probably like 15. Had a homeboy from college hit me up, told me about this company called Loyal 3. And he was like, "Hey, hop on this site. It's called Loyal 3. You can buy some shares." So I started dabbling, buying small amounts of shares, and that site, I think that site actually went out of business. And when that site went out of business, I think a couple of years later, he hit me up and he was like, "Man, I'm on Robinhood. If you sign up, I can get some free shares. You can get some free shares. If you sign other people up, you can get free shares." So after that, I hopped on Robinhood, started trading free shares. Well, I started promoting Robinhood to other people, and I was able to get some free shares from that. I think I built my portfolio to about $80 worth of shares, because they didn't give you like the best shares. They probably gave you like a $2 stock or $5 stock or something like that. So I built my portfolio to about 80 books, $80 worth of shares. And then when I got to $80, I was like, man, I gotta make some money somehow, because this little trading shares ain't making no money. So I think Sears was about to go bankrupt, right? So the company Sears, Sears, the stores, they were about to go bankrupt, and the stock just was like, I think the stock dropped to like 50 cents or something like that. So what I did was I sold all my free shares that I got from Robinhood. I had $80 in cash, and then I started buying the Sears shares at 50, and then the next day I think it'll go up to 80 cents, and then I sell, and then it'll go back down, and then I buy, and then it go back up and I sell. So that's kind of how I got into like investing. That was my intro to investing, right? So I was at this event, JPG event, Jackson Professional Group, and I was there, and I do IT for trade, right? That's my trade. That's what I do for a living. So um this guy had came up to me, asked me about installing some computers at he asked me about installing some computers at Pineywood School. And I was like, what you need computers installed for? He's like, I want to start like a little trading class for the students. So I was like, what you trade? I was like, what you trade? And he's like, I trade options. So I was like, options, what's that? And then he pulled out his phone. Like I said, then I was using Robinhood. He pulled out his phone. I think he was using TD Ameritrade. It was extremely confusing. I was like, what is this? Like, he was like, this is options. This is the option chain. And I was like, how do I get started trading options? And he was like, you can start trading options by, applying for options, right? So I went home that night, I applied for options, and then I think I added like 300. Did I add 100 or 300? I think I added like, I don't know how much I added. I might have added like $300, right? So I applied for options. Robinhood approved me for option, I think the same day or the next day. And I bought some shares. Like, what? Not bought shares. I bought some option contracts. Right. I didn't know what I was doing. I just saw, options. So I bought some options contract. It was Chronos Group. So Chronos Group is this weed stock that was like on a run back in 2018, right? So I hopped in Chronos Group, and when I got in Chronos Group, I was just flipping. So there's something called a margin account, and there's something called a cash account, right? So when I started Robinhood, I had a margin account, so I can only make 3 trades in a rolling 5-day period. Like so basically I would buy in the evening time and then I'll sell in the morning. Buy in the evening, sell in the morning. So I think the first day I had made like $180 my first day trading options. So I was like, this is what I gotta do. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. So I traded options, made some money in Chronos Group, actually made a lot of money, made some mistakes. And I started trading options. That's where my option journey started. In 2019, 2018, 2019, end of 2018, beginning of 2019. Option journey started. Had some success in options. Also had some failures. And what I noticed was it's kind of the reason I created this class, because like in this trading world, like it's a lot of people teaching different stuff, and there's like hardly anybody that want to deal with the people who are just starting, right? So like the people who are just starting, like y'all like kind of like headaches to the people in the trading where they like, well, we'll teach you how to make money, but we don't want to teach you like the simple things, right? So I'm like, I decided to create something that's going to start you from scratch. Like you don't have to know anything about the stock market. I want to bring you from your day one, and I want to take you to profitable trading as a beginner. So that's what this course is all about. And it's making money in the stock market as a beginner. I have taught other people how to make money in the stock market. Have some people who are profitable traders that I taught, and I want to teach you. So, just a little breakdown of what value this course will add to you. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna tell you all the things that you'll get out of this course. And when I taught in the past, I would try to teach everybody like everything I knew. They would start with me. I try to teach them like everything that I knew. And what I noticed was it would frustrate me, and it would also frustrate them because I was taking them too fast. So I think that this course will start you off right, get you started, get you going, get you to where you need to be. And then we could take you to a whole nother level once you get the basics out of the way. So what to expect from this course is the basic knowledge of the stock market. You'll learn like what is the stock market and how the stock market works. You'll also learn how to create a brokerage account. And I understand that some people may be consider themselves as beginner but may already have a brokerage account. That's fine. I think this class will be perfect for you because we'll also dive deeper into some other things. But for the people who don't know how to create a brokerage account, we'll teach you how to create a brokerage account. uh, we'll introduce you to the different types of brokerage accounts, the different types of firms, and setting up the brokerage account. Also, we'll explain to you what are securities. Securities are basically like stocks, right? So Apple would be a security, Google. So we'll teach you what are stocks, securities, ETFs, sectors. Like, say for instance, a sector is basically a group that the stock falls under. So if you have JP Morgan, Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, that will fall under the financial sector. So we'll teach you the different sectors, uh, teach you about options. And that's, like I said, options is kind of what I specialize in, right? So we'll teach you about options. Then we'll teach you how you know what to trade. Like, so basically, when you start trading stocks, people say, what do I trade? What do I trade? How do I know what to trade? And a lot of people will tell you, well, you just basically trade what you buy. Like, so for instance, if you got Nikes on your feet, I mean, trade Nikes. If you buy Jordans, trade Nike. If you got a Chevrolet in the parking lot, you might want to look into GM. If you got Crest toothpaste, or toothpaste, you want to look at Procter and Gamble, paper towels and stuff like that. So basically, you are investing in these companies, but you're investing in these companies as a consumer. So you're spending money with these companies every day, but you're not making any money from the company. So the best way to start when you're investing is basically, what do you have at your house? Like, what are you spending all your money on? Like, obviously they're making money because they're making money from you. So you might want to look into them and see if you can invest in those companies. So another thing will be, we'll teach you the resources, like different resources where you find fundamental information about a company, like company's revenue, how much money they made this quarter. We'll teach you fundamental analysis, basic fundamental analysis, and we'll teach you basic technical analysis. We'll also get you set up on different platforms where you can actually chart and find good trades for you. So we are also going to show you how to execute trades. Definitely going to teach you risk management, something that I did not have as a beginner. That's the number one thing I want to teach you, so you can manage your risk and you won't have to lose all of your money on one trade or all of your money ever, or you know what I'm saying? So you won't have to go through the bad times of the market that I experienced. So we definitely want to teach you risk management. And then after we teach you the risk management, we'll start doing paper trades. We want you to get at least 50, I say between 50 to 100 paper trades going, and then teach you how to buy and sell, how to execute trades, and things like that. So after you take this course, you will be an advanced beginner. You won't be a beginner anymore. You'll be an advanced beginner, and you'll be ready to take the next step to becoming an expert in trading. So that's what this course is about. I think this course will add extreme value to you. It'll help you be able to grow your money and be one step closer to financial freedom. So that's kind of what I got to say and what I want to see, because I know there were people who had questions. So what I want to see, if there are any questions about this course, I want y'all to put them in the chat, and then I want to answer those questions for you. And I'm also going to have someone who has been in my course, my old school course, when I just was trying to teach you everything I knew, all of it at one time. Someone who's been in that course. I don't want to, I don't know if I should put your business out there, but I don't think he's ever lost any money in the market as far as annually. So I know a lot of times people say most people who start trading lose their first 2 years. I don't think he's lost at all. So we're going to see if you all have some questions. Y'all gonna have to talk too, because it's a little awkward being live. I'm not used to being live. So let's see. I'm trying to navigate this too. How much time a day or a week do you need to study and work the market? Can you get free stocks? Okay, so we got 2 questions here on Instagram. How much time a day or week do you need to study and work the market? I might get Braylon on here to answer that question, but so it all depends, right? So my strategy, the way I study is, it depends on what setup I'm looking for, right? So I I usually chart when I'm trading the options. I'm usually charting like every night, and the reason I'm charting every night is because I'm looking for a play each day, right? And then I also chart at the on the weekends because I'm looking for a weekly setup, right? So I have a weekly setup that I chart on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and then every night, because I'm looking for a daily trade, I'll chart every night. But I know some others. It's another person that I've trained that he just started recently trading weekly. So he just chart on the weekend, and then he just find a weekly play whenever his alerts trigger him a weekly setup. Then he'll just get in that weekly setup. And some people trade the monthly chart, which means they find a play whenever their alert go off. So the way it works is, if I chart on the weekly, I'll go look at my charts. I'll put in setups. When I see some different levels, I say, hey, I want to buy here. I want to buy this here. And I'll put an alert in. So when I put the alert in, the alert is there. So it may be tomorrow when the alert rings my phone. It may be Wednesday, but I don't execute a trade until the alert goes off. So I do my studying, put my alert in, and then whenever it alerts me to buy, that's when I buy. So it all depends. So if you want to get up and make money every day, you can chart every night, and then you can do daily setups or 4-hour setups, which is what I like doing, 4-hour setups. If you want to say, okay, well, I don't have time to watch the market every night, maybe once a week is good for me. Those weekly setups print too. Like the weekly setups probably, I mean, I've seen weekly setups give people 100% in a couple days, 500%, and in that 2 week period time frame. So it just all depends on like what kind of time you had. And you can also do yearly setups where you chart, like there's a new year that just started. So if you would have charted at the beginning of the year, and you still can chart it at the right now, because some of that stuff hasn't triggered yet. So if you do charting at the beginning of the year, you see a yearly setup, you can play that setup, and then you just get your expiration 2 years out, and you just let the play do whatever it does. So that just all depends on it all depends on like how active you want to be in the market. And another question was, can you get free stocks? No, well, you may be able to get free stocks. I'm not sure if Robinhood still gives away free stocks, but the way I was getting free stocks was basically Robinhood. Like had like promotions. That's when they were kind of new. Is like, if you help us sign people up, then you'll get a free stock for that. So it's kind of like a promotion thing. I don't really know of anybody that gives out free stock now. And another thing too, because I know somebody has asked me before about like stocks and options. So options, the reason I prefer options is because you can put up a smaller amount of money to make larger profits. And with stocks, usually you have to put up a nice amount of money. But also, if you want to trade stocks, I would recommend like you trade them on a higher time frame. So instead of you getting in trying to trade them on the daily and the weekly, I would probably recommend you do the monthly or 6 months or something like that, because with that you'll have more movement that stock can move, and then you can probably make more money off of that. So yeah, anybody got any more questions? Does someone ever pull all their money out of the market? When people start making money in the market, they be trying to put more money in there. They don't necessarily want to pull it out, but yeah, actually Braylon had a friend that got in a Tesla play probably about a couple weeks ago, and he made a lot of money on that play, and he pulled all of his money out of the market. So some people do pull all their money out of the market. Some people pay themselves. Say for instance, I know a person who pays themselves a certain amount of money every 2 weeks as if the market is their job. So they pay themselves from the market. And that's kind of a way to keep themselves like disciplined on like, okay, I need to take profit because I owe myself some money. So some people take money out of the market that way in full. And then some people just pay themselves like a salary, and that's how they do it too. Come on, y'all, ask some more questions. I like answering these questions. Well, let's see if so basically, all right. So if we don't have any more questions right now, we're gonna get my boy Money Mark on here. So Money Mark was one of my people that I train. Let's see if I can get Money Mark here. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, so Money Mark was one of the people I trained. I'm gonna get Money Mark on the screen, and I guess I'm gonna let Money Mark tell. So hold on. All right, Mark, I'm about to add you. Let me see if you hear. Did it work?
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hold on. Let me see if you. I don't know if you on the live or not. Hold on. Are you added? But I don't see you. Hold on. Technical technician having technical difficulties. 1 second, yeah. uh, all right, there you go. All right, you on? You all right? My thing delayed a little bit. All right, cool. My bad. All right. Here
Are
you
you
go,
ready?
Mark. So
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mark. I started trading about 2021. And before I get started, Jared is mad at me because I'm always telling him thank you, thank you, thank you before I started. This is career enhancing. So I did not lose annually. I started losing this first, but I did not lose annually because I stuck to his plan. I stuck to his plan, and I must say, when you join this course, you are really going to learn a lot. Now I am an official chart nerd. I chart everything all of the time. I'm retired military, so the reason I didn't lose English because, and Jared and I joke about it all the time. I was like, I want to stay in for the grind. I want to stay in for the grind. So please stay in for the grind. I never thought I would see 1,000%. I called Jared. Hey, I got 1,000%. Never thought I would get 1,000K a day. I called Jared. I got it. So stick to the program, please. You won't get rich overnight, but if you follow Jared's strategy to the T, it will not only make you a better trader, but inevitably a better person. And I just tell him thank you all of the time. And obviously, you have any questions? Ask Jared. He wants to know. He loves questions. I ask him questions, and we don't talk that much because through his tutelage, I'm pretty good now. But I ask him a lot of the questions. He is still my mentor, and I am humble enough to say that. So, man, you people, if you get into this course, it is a cross cultural experience that you could pass on to your family. That's about it. And thank you for allowing me
appreciate
to
it.
share, Jared.
I appreciate it, Mark. Appreciate it. Yeah, so that's my guy, Money Mark. I call him Money Mark because he be making money. but yeah, so Money Mark. Well, Mark started with me, and uh, and he started with me. I taught him basically everything I knew. I poured into him as much as I could, and he's just been consistent ever since. So I mean, he probably chart more than me now. so so when you say how much time you got to spend in the market, it just all depends on what you want to do. So he probably chart more than me, but um, I mean, it's actually good to see. It's good to be able to teach somebody, but it's even better to be able to teach them something that they can use and actually can do it without you. So that's kind of what I enjoy too, hearing from them when they, making money and when they're being successful or when they, maybe lose on a trade and they're learning something new. So that's what I enjoy hearing from them. That's kind of what I want to bring to you all so that you can be successful independent traders. So let me see if I can get my I'm gonna get so Mark, he's retired military. I got a young person I'm gonna get on here, but I don't think Braylon want to turn his camera on. So Braylon, you want to get on? Let me see if I can get him on. See if I can get his mic going. Hello. But while we try to get Braylon on, we want to just so basically the website, if you're interested in the course, the website is www.investorsrelate.com, and you can see it scrolling at the top, investorsrelate.com. So when you click that link, you can actually click get started, and you'll see the making money in the stock market as a beginner. Or if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see making money in the stock market as a beginner. And if you use the coupon new money new year, you'll get $50 off the course, and you can get that course for $50 off. So if you're interested in um, just transforming your financial future, or learning something that you can take with you for the rest of your life, go ahead and sign up, because that deal actually, that $50 off actually ends. It ends Friday night, Friday at midnight. So take advantage of the $50 off, and yeah, take advantage of the $50 off. So another question: how long it took Mark to really get the hang of it? So I'm gonna tell you this. So I actually got a little salty. I don't know if I ever told Mark this, because Mark. So I had a monthly subscription in, right? So I was charging monthly, and then I was just taking them through everything, and I just had a monthly subscription. So however long they paid the subscription, that's however long I went, right? So Mark was in the subscription for 4 months, and then when I saw Mark, like when I got the notification that Mark canceled the subscription, I was like, oh man, that this man gonna cancel the subscription. So I was a little salty when Mark canceled the subscription, but I mean now I see why. I mean, and I'm actually happy that he did, because that lets me know he was ready to take it to the next level. So basically 4 months, Mark was Mark was I mean trading on his own. Like I think he started maybe in March. Yeah, because I think that year I didn't even trade for January and February. So I think I started in March in 2022. So I think he started in March, and I think he went April, May, June, July, April, May, June, March, April, May, June, July. So something like that, July or something. And like by the end of the year, he was profitable. Like I remember he called me, I think it was close to the end of the year, and he got his document, and he was like, I'm profitable. I'm like, what? Because I mean I was going around telling people, well, you gotta most people trade 2 years and they're not successful. And I was spreading that. That's what everybody say. And then I'm like, wow, somebody came to me and they profitable they first year. So I might have to change that little language up, Like you can be profitable the first year if you come. um okay, so yeah, do you pay taxes on what money you make? So yes. So the tax bracket, the way the tax bracket work, I actually have, let me pull it up, and it may have changed because it's a new year, so it kind of changes every now and then. So basically you got short term capital gains taxes. And short term capital gains is anything that you don't hold for a year or more. Long-term capital bank gains is anything you hold for a year or more. So if you have a stock or option that you buy and you hold it at least a year, that's just 15%. So there's 15% taxes if you're single and you make between 40,000 and 400,000. So for a lot of people, that's just 15% taxes. It'll be 20% if you make over 400,000. That'll be 20% taxes for long term. Now, short term gain is just tax with your income. So say for instance, if you buying and selling, every time you buy and sell, that's considered, that's taxable. That's taxable trade income, right? So it's just with your income. So if you're, just say for instance, if you are married and you make between 20 and 80,000, then you're in the 12% tax bracket. So if you add your stocks to your income and you're still in that range, you still just pay that 12%. Say for instance, if you make, say for instance, you make 82,000 at your job, you're in the 12%. But if you make 10,000 in stocks, short-term stocks, and they put you at 92,000, then that takes you up to the 22% tax bracket if you're married, right? So basically, I have this tax sheet. I can actually share it. If you're interested, I can actually share this tax sheet. But basically, it breaks down capital gains. So anything you hold over a year, that's just that solid rate. That's going to be a lower rate. Anything you're buying and selling, then that's going to be added to your income and just put you in a certain tax bracket based on your overall income. Yep. So let's get started. I said this live was good. I might go back live tomorrow. If I go back live tomorrow, y'all gonna have some questions for me or what? Y'all have some good questions today. Some real good questions. Yeah, so I think that's about it. Like I said, the website is investorsrelate.com. I don't know if Braylon want to hop on or not. I think Braylon, he sure, but what? Oh, he want to hop on. Hold on, let me see. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get Braylon to just talk about his experience. Braylon's 19 years old, so I'm gonna get him to just talk about his experience as a beginner. All right, Braylon, you on? You can hear me? Braylon, I can't hear you, so I'm not sure if your mic is on or not. I hear like some little static. All right, so I don't know. Hello? Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. All right, yeah, so I can't hear Braylon. Braylon sound like some little faint static, but I can't hear you though. I can't hear you. All right, so yeah. So that didn't work, but maybe another time. So just want to say thank y'all for y'all time. Thank y'all for going live with me, coming live with me, asking the good questions. Um, hopefully I can be your instructor. Hopefully I can teach you how to invest in the market. I'll be looking forward to seeing y'all again, and peace. Y'all have a good night.